Oh no, I'm going to start speaking. Hi friends, I'm Sreshta Suresh, a freelance illustrator, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I thought that I could talk to you about the struggles I've had while finishing this sketchbook. I started this sketchbook I think almost 2 years to the date now, and it's taken me a while to finish it. So while I paint the last spread, I thought I can walk you through the stories of my sketchbook. The lore of this sketchbook started about 2 years ago. I just finished the first sketchbook that I was actually happy with in record time and unwrapped this sketchbook that I'd been saving since it was a more expensive one I'd bought on my travels to the US. I was so optimistic, I even set myself a target of finishing this one faster than my previous one. For reference, I finished my previous sketchbook in 9 months, less than a year. While I don't actually care about the time I take to finish a sketchbook, setting these goals forces me to draw for myself more often and not lose the love I have of simply creating for myself. Not for clients, not for money, just for the pure love of it. I started off strong. I even documented the first page of this sketchbook in a YouTube video on my channel. I'll link it below if you want to go see it. This sketchbook was a landscape sketchbook and my previous one was a square one. I was loving the long panoramic compositions I could make in this sketchbook, and I was absolutely tearing through it at an enormous pace. I felt like I was challenging myself, experimenting with new mediums, typography, compositions, the whole shindig. I was thrilled. But suddenly work took over and I had a long, unexpected break from my sketchbook. I was too drained creatively to show up regularly because I was drawing for work the entire day. I blinked and suddenly it had been 2 months since I even opened my sketchbook. I sat down and drew an illustration of myself drawing in the sketchbook, a reminder to get back to something I loved doing. It was a sort of fantasy self-portrait, something that I wanted to see myself doing. But it didn't work. Every 2 months, I'd remember to go back to my sketchbook, but now something about the dimensions of the sketchbook was not working for me. I felt like I was repeating every composition. I had to force myself to sit down and draw, but the dimensions felt so stifling. I wanted the comfort of a square sketchbook, one that I knew like the back of my hand and offered me so much flexibility. As a result, I procrastinated every sketchbook session. It was so bad, I really thought about abandoning this sketchbook halfway through. I realize as I say all this that it sounds unnecessarily dramatic. Who has a meltdown about sketchbook dimensions? Well, me apparently. Every once in a while, I really learn something new and bizarre about myself. Anyway, it had been about a year and a half since I started this sketchbook when my birthday rolled around, and my husband bought me a beautiful square sketchbook as a gift. He saw me struggling, knew I wanted a new sketchbook, and liked my previous one better, and just bought it for me. Something I resisted doing because I absolutely did not want to abandon this one halfway. Who knew that was exactly what I needed? Seeing my dream sketchbook available to use at my leisure was all the motivation I needed to get back on the horse and finish this one. It was still a struggle. I didn't magically find another gear and create my best illustrations in this sketchbook, but I managed to sit down often enough and draw in it without having to force myself to do so. I finally reached the last spread after months, and I knew immediately what I wanted it to be. So I quickly sketched it up, and here we are. The relief of finishing the sketchbook is so real. It truly feels like I finished a marathon. I didn't think I would do it, and honestly, I'm so excited to be done with this one. Knowing that I conquered my Everest for now is a high that I'm looking forward to taking with me into my sketchbook. I also forgot to film an outro for this video, so please like, share, subscribe, press all the buttons on your screen, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.